All hell is breaking loose in Minnesota as Donald Trump's ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo escalate their terrorism, attacking children, kidnapping families, using 5-year-olds as bait in order to go after their parents, sending father and son to concentration camps in Texas. The horrors and the atrocities by this despicable Trump regime are caught on camera. They're caught on tape. We've got the photos. Now, we here at the MeidasTouch Network have been doing an incredible partnership with the fine folks over at Status Coup. You know, they're on the ground capturing firsthand exclusive footage that you're not going to see anywhere else. But there are so many other great citizen journalists as well who are doing a great job, who are also capturing firsthand exclusive footage. And it is critical to document the terror, the atrocities, the horrors of what's taking place. And it is critical that we do not mince words and that we call out this state-sponsored terrorism by the Trump regime as they use gaseous and toxic weapons, as they engage in pepper spray, stun gun, as they deploy their militarized weapons on the streets, terrorizing communities. So I want to show you right here what goes down as Greg Bavino, who's the leader of Border Patrol. He goes out and he starts gassing the people of Minnesota with this green carcinogenic substance. And he himself starts throwing the gas at people. He goes, I'm going to gas you. I'm going to gas you. And then in another video, we see Bavino, again, the head of Border Patrol. He's a very little man, a very gross human being. And you see him start assaulting people as well. So here's Bavino and the Border Patrol gassing the people of Minnesota who are out there peacefully protesting, using their First Amendment rights to just call out the presence of these ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo. Here, play this clip.
Good morning. Get back! Sam! I have it! Sam, back up! The green stuff! This way. The green stuff is super carcinogenic.
Now, from that same incident, you have Greg Bavino assaulting U.S. citizens caught on camera as well. Let's watch. Let's play this clip. Now, in this next video I'm going to show you, you have ICE agents who are now holding U.S. citizens down and pepper spraying their eyes. So they will pummel you, throw you to the ground for just peacefully protesting. Then another ICE or Border Patrol agent wearing their masks and their military fatigues come up to you and spray you in your face. And we've seen incidents where the Border Patrol and ICE have caused people to go blind, maimed people. I mean, what do we have now? About 7+ deaths already caused by the ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo already. Just take a look at this photo of what it looks like as they brought this is a U.S. citizen they brought down and they sprayed him in the eyes. Let's play this clip.
Back up! What are you doing? Back up! What the hell? What are you doing?
In this next video, we're going to show you in Minneapolis where ICE agents are illegally detaining children at gunpoint who are U.S. citizens, taking them out of their homes with no warrants. And we know the ICE and Border Patrol have created a new rule where they say they don't need judicial warrants. They write their own warrants, which they call administrative warrants, that are not signed by a judge. This is a clear violation of the Fourth Amendment's protection against unreasonable search and seizures. Here they go attacking children. Here, play this clip.
Please, just don't. Please, just. Oh my God, my kids are in the house, you guys, please.
Who's in the house?
My kids, my 2 kids, and myself, please. And my son, please.
Step out.
You guys, please, you guys are scaring my kids.
Step out. Bring your kids out with you.
Okay.
Call your kids now.
I will, please.
Let's go.
Oh, here, my kids. Oh God, you guys don't do this to my kids.
Come here.
My kids. Come on. Oh my God, my kids. My kids are so young. Oh my God. You guys, my kids.
Go to the left. Go to your mom.
Come on, come. Oh my God, you guys are crazy. Oh my God. You guys.
Who else is in the house?
Nobody is enough. Oh my God. Why? My son is a citizen. We're citizens. My son is a citizen. We have paperwork. We have all the paperwork.
More over here from ICE and Border Patrol, hitting unaccompanied minors with their vehicles, detaining them and disappearing them. Let's play this clip.
Do not cross this line, please. Don't touch me. You have no right to touch me. You're not touching, boss. This is a line. Back off. Don't touch me. Back off. Line. Don't touch me.
How do you sleep?
Hear my voice tonight. You think a little girl? I want you to hear this fucking voice. Yeah, man. You're all going to jail. You got taking my neighbors. Fuck you. We're the prosecuting shit out of you. We're the prosecuting shit. No one wants you. How the fuck they touch somebody, man?
Also, you had ICE and Border Patrol agents operating on public school property. This is footage from inside Columbia Heights High School as high school students there were filming the ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo terrorizing and stalking underage American citizens like the predators that these ICE and Border Patrol are. Here, play this clip.
What the?
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, fuck no.
Here you see ICE Gestapo hunting another minor child, chasing him down, tackling him into the snow, and basically suffocating him onto the ground. I mean, you can see this individual. It's about -25 to -35°F with the wind chill temperature there. I mean, this could have killed this individual. This is in North Minneapolis, and you hear the cries in Spanish of this underage boy. I'm legal, the boy says. Here, play this clip.
Oh, no! No! Stop! Stop! Come! What is your name? What is your name?
Do you have a warrant for his arrest?
Do you have a legal?
Yo soy legal. Keep blowing your whistle. What is your phone number?
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh.
man. Show your fucking face. Bitch ass pussy.
Behind your back for the rest of your fucking life.
A child.
Next over here, you have individuals in a residential neighborhood in Minneapolis. A scared child is the one who's recording as masked ICE agents are chasing families through the snow and trying to kidnap American citizens. Here, play this clip.
La migra, la migra, la migra. La migra. Intentaron agarrarle. No venga.
Now, I'm sure you've known or learned of the story. We've been covering it here a lot on the MeidasTouch network of 5-year-old Liam Conejo Ramos, who was kidnapped by ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo, and he was used as bait to try to induce his father to leave the home. As Liam was heading home from preschool, the ICE agents kidnapped him, brought him to the house, and knocked on the door and basically told the dad, get out here or else we're going to take away your kid. We're going to take away your 5-year-old. The kid's terrified. And then ICE ended up kidnapping both father and son and sending them to a detention center in El Paso. And then you had Greg Bovino, the guy who was gassing people at the beginning of the video, the one who's the head of Border Patrol, a real thug, a real terrorist this guy is. Here he is as a reporter asks him if he has any moral or ethical qualms about detaining a 5-year-old. Let's play this clip.
And then final question, do you have any moral or ethical qualms about detaining a 5-year-old on his way back from preschool?
Be more specific on that.
Liam Ramos from the Columbia Heights School District. Do you have any moral or ethical qualms about that?
We conduct legal, ethical, and moral law enforcement missions here in Minneapolis. So as far as what you're saying with that particular individual, you'll have to be more specific because I didn't detain a 5-year-old. And we're going to continue with that law enforcement mission. Oftentimes you will see violent illegal aliens that perhaps do have families. And those violent criminal illegal aliens are going to be arrested. I've got no qualms about making America a safer place when we arrest those illegal aliens.
I want to bring in Peggy Flanagan right now, the incredible lieutenant governor of the great state of Minnesota, who's been defending the people there in Minnesota against the Trump regime's terrorism, against these Trump Gestapo. I interviewed Peggy earlier yesterday. I interviewed her yesterday. So the general strike she's talking about is taking place today, to be very clear. Let's bring in the interview with Peggy Flanagan. Lieutenant Governor Flanagan, it's great to have you back on, although I wish it was under better circumstances, of course. Obviously, the state is reeling. Minneapolis, St. Paul are reeling. The country's reeling for what's taking place in your state. We saw the horrific images of that 5-year-old boy with the bunny hat, and he and his father were detained and sent to some, disappeared to, I guess, a detention center in Texas. Who knows where they're going? And of course, the daily images, whether it's of Border Patrol head Bovino throwing green noxious gas in the faces of people, or ICE and Border Patrol terrorizing the community. I mean, you're a leader in Minnesota. What's the latest?
I mean, I have just been rocked by that image of Liam and his little bunny hat. Just this tiny 5-year-old who was scooped up with his dad. And I think we continue to see images every day of just the chaos and fear that ICE and the Border Patrol are stoking in the state of Minnesota, picking up, citizens, detaining them for, days at a time, going after children. This 6-month-old who was caught up as their family was coming home from a basketball game, who needed to be rushed to the hospital because they stopped breathing due to the tear gas that was deployed right underneath this family's minivan. It's outrageous. And the fact that all of this is being done under the guise of safety, nothing could be further from the truth. And so ICE has to get out of our community. And, I have to say, like, simultaneously, am just really inspired by people of Minnesota who are just showing up for their neighbors in a major way. My husband figuring out how to get 70 gallons of milk to 115 families. We are packing food bags. I am walking kiddos to their parents' cars, after school dismissal to make sure that they get there safely. We've got people who are showing up, and Minnesotans are resilient. So when you come for our neighbors, we are going to stand up. There's a general strike tomorrow. You can bet that I'll be participating in that, along with thousands of other folks, and hope that people, really pay attention to what's happening here in Minnesota, because this is the approach of the Trump administration. And we should all be outraged regardless of political party or identity.
When Donald Trump was talking about it in Davos, he was bragging about it. He was saying that people should be happy for what I'm doing, and that they should be grateful for this. When you hear from Kristi Noem and you hear from all of them, they say, "Oh no, we're not leaving. We're going to keep surging. We're going to keep bringing people in." And then, of course, you've heard the reports about 1,500 paratroopers from Alaska who are getting ready to be deployed by the Trump regime into Minnesota. It seems that the goal is to like quite literally just destroy the state. Like it seems like an invading horde. The goal is, destroy, like rip it apart. And so, as the lieutenant governor, there's a resource disadvantage here between the state following law and order and going by the rules and telling people, hey, chill out, and the federal government coming in with terror and all of these resources and this militarized ICE that's funded by hundreds of billions of dollars. They come in with all of their weapons and they use their weapons on the people.
I think it's clear, right, that this is this paramilitary force, these masked agents who are undertrained, are just are absolutely wreaking havoc. And when we talk about this idea of bringing paratroopers or having folks at the ready, we need to de-escalate this situation, right? And state officials, local law enforcement, can manage the situation on the ground. ICE is the problem, and we have to be really clear about that. And it's not just in the Twin Cities, right? As we've been traveling across the state, ICE has been in the community of Alexandria, Detroit Lakes, St. Cloud, Albert Lee. And I was just in Albert Lee this past weekend and met with 8 students who are amazing, who led their school walkout. And what I heard from one of their teachers who was also there was that the day after the walkout, there were several kids who, after they were dismissed from school, went home and their parents had been detained. And so I want people to really understand what this is about. It is about the Trump regime. It is about abuse of power. It is about stoking chaos and fear and trying to break the spirits of people and their resilience in order to do whatever it is that they want, and to distract from a failing economy and to distract from the Epstein files, and doing so in a way that is causing incredible harm to people. And so I know that the people of Minnesota, I think that Trump has been surprised by how we have shown up, how folks are, constitutional observers, how people are feeding their neighbors, how we have, callers to the front or religious leaders across denominations who are working together and crying out in lament and for justice. And it's a movement. And so we're going to continue to show up for our neighbors and to push back through nonviolent resistance because that's who we are in Minnesota. Like tomorrow, it's supposed to be like -22. And we're going to dress for the weather. We're going to bundle up and we are going to show up and show out to say that ICE has to get out of Minnesota. You're making us less safe. And, we are going to continue to stand up for our neighbors, our immigrant neighbors, and, our Black, Indigenous, and, brown neighbors who are also American citizens who are being profiled by ICE in this moment.
And Lieutenant Governor Flanagan, you are also running for Senate right now. And as we look at the discussions that are happening in Washington, D.C. over more funding for ICE and Border Patrol, it seems to me when these debates even are happening, I'm like, do y'all see what these paramilitary organizations are doing? You've already funded these things hundreds of billions of dollars. Like, enough is it? Stop it, defund it, get rid of it. This is not what ICE, in my view, and Border Patrol were ever supposed to do. Is there some need to have people deal with border and immigration issues at a general level? Like, is there some need for that? I go, sure, but that ain't what ICE is. That ain't what Border Patrol is. These are, in my view, and I don't think I'm overstating it. Call them paramilitary, call them terrorist organizations. These are not groups that are here doing anything, that should be funded, in my view. So what's your view about that, in your platform as a United States Senator, if you get into the Senate?
I mean, ICE is beyond fixing, and ICE should not receive one additional penny. And I would just say, to folks in Washington, don't give these folks more resources, to terrorize our community or frankly, to terrorize yours. I can't understand when you see people being thrown to the ground, violently taken from vehicles, 5-year-old children in bunny hats being detained, that regardless of your political affiliation, that you would think it would be appropriate to give one more dime to this agency it is beyond me and something I could not possibly understand. So I am clear that if I was in the U.S. Senate, there's no way I would give one more penny to ICE in this moment. It's horrific. And just beyond the pale. Like you said, we can have, immigration policy that is grounded in secure borders and pathways to citizenship and human dignity and safety. But this ain't it.
Lieutenant Governor Flanagan, where can people learn more about your campaign, your issues?
Sure. I would just invite people to visit peggyflanagan.com and would also invite people that if you have the capacity to join the general strike tomorrow to stand up for Minnesotans and for folks all across this country, that you do so.
Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, Minnesota strong. Thanks for being a part of this.
Thank you.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.